Hello everyone. Today I'm presenting the article Evaluating a Student Led Mental Health Awareness Campaign by Dominic Gayox and Elisa Gaze. The study asks a pretty straightforward question: can a student led medical health campaign actually reduce the stigma around asking for help? I'll quickly go through what the researchers did, what they found, and most importantly, how strong their evidence really is. Mental health is a major concern for college students, but having counseling available does not necessarily mean students will use it. One reason is stigma. Some students may feel embarrassed or even weak for needing psychological help. This study focuses specifically on self stigma, meaning those negative beliefs become internalized. So, the real problem isn't only whether help exists, it's whether students actually feel comfortable asking for it. So, what did they do? To address this problem, the researchers created a 1 week mental health awareness campaign at a small college. It included brochures, educational displays, stress relief materials, and an open mic event where students could talk about mental health and meet a campus counselor. I think an important part of the design is the students were directly involved. It made the campaign more peer focused and practical. However, participating was voluntary, so students already interested in mental health may have been more likely to participate. How was it tested? The researchers surveyed students before and after the campaign. They used two established scales. One measured self stigma and other measured attitude towards seeking professional help. That's a strength because they used actual psychological measurement tools instead of simply asking whether students enjoyed the campaign. However, only 57 students completed both surveys used for the main comparison. Also, there was no randomized control group, which became important because deciding whether the campaign actually causes the change or not was depending on it. Here is the main result. Self stigma decreased from about 25 to 23.4, while positive attitudes towards seeking help increased from about 5.7 to 6. Both changes were statistically significant, so yes, there was improvement, but there is an important catch: the effect sizes were very small. This means the campaign appears promising, but the evidence does not show that one awareness week can completely change how students think about mental health. The study has several strengths. It addresses a real problem, used established measurement tools, and actually tested whether the campaign made a difference. The program was also realistic. It used students, groups, faculty, educational materials, and existing counseling resources instead of requiring an expensive outside program. That made the study useful because another college could realistically try something similar. But there are limitations. This is where the result needs some caution. The research happened at only one small college, and the final sample was mostly female and white. It also happened around midterm when students' stress may already have been unusually high. Most importantly, there was no control group. So, even though attitudes improved after the campaign, we cannot say with certainty that the campaign was the only reason. The big question is, would the same thing happen at a complete different college? This study alone cannot answer that. Student-led medical health campaign appears to be useful in a way to reduce stigma, but the study should be considered preliminary evidence rather than the final proof. There is also another side to consider. Changing someone's attitude does not necessarily change their behavior. A student might say they feel more comfortable with the counseling but still never actually seek help. So, awareness campaigns can be helpful, but they should be a one part of a larger mental health supportive system. To conclude, the study found that students felt less stigma and had better attitudes toward getting help after the campaign. The results are promising, but the study was small and done at only one college. Future research should include more students and different colleges. Overall, student led mental health campaign may help, but more research is needed. These are the references used for this presentation. Thank you so much for listening.